Great to be here in Southern California for the Vans US Open of Surfing as the qualifying series 10,000 event continues. We're into a new round, the round of 96, getting a little bit closer to narrowing out potential champions towards finals weekend. It's Monday, so it's very early, but being in the round of 96 is an accomplishment in itself.
We are inside, no outside waves in this one, so a little different atmosphere than what we saw from K.Kobayashi surfing this morning. So you would expect him to do well, though. He's surfed a few short break heats in his life as he just tags it once again. This was a replay during the break, up a pretty good number. Also R.Callinan, who is another stalwart on the championship tour at one point in his career, trying to find his way back in there. And this kid has put together some amazing heats. So I'm excited to see him. Best number so far by R.Callinan.
Some of the surfers that have proved themselves. The heavyweight name is W.Cardoso, coming off a huge win at Uluwatu on the championship tour earlier this season. As we'll get things started, Joe Trappell with Peter Mel, big wave champ, calling the action and watching Carlos Munoz get a start. Pete?
Well, you mentioned the extra Costa Rican in the draw. This is him, Carlos Munoz. And they are surfing the shore break, folks. See what happens for him, though.
More action to come here. Split peak. Callinan on the backhand in blue. Backhand attacker Cardoso heading towards the pier.
Little point of difference from this morning is that the point of takeoff has changed. It's not as far out to pick up priority. You know, you don't have to paddle all the way to the outside section. Adjustment that was made by the commissioner's office and the head judge as we watch some vertical backhand surfing here.
Seeded the round of 96 with that last heat just finishing. Following action right now, K.Kobayashi still looking hot from his morning heat. Just slipping off on the whitewater snap, but two big completions.
Really decipher differences in these waves. It is their job, they know how to do it, but it is a little bit challenging getting those two maneuvers done. So right there, I think that those two maneuvers for K.Kobayashi going to definitely be right in that same kind of area as the 5 to back, which means combination major moves. Didn't have to pick up any more speed to fit in that second maneuver, just straight top to bottom surfing.
And great to see that rhythm right out front. Carlos Munoz, big wind up, tail high, reverse, incomplete on the rotation. So Munoz 3-7, 4-6-7 as his top two.
E vamos focar para a próxima bateria, vamos com tudo. Obrigado a todos que estão na torcida, todos os meus patrocinadores. Valeu, obrigado.
Great surfing, Marcos. Well done. Back to you, Joey.
Thank you, Ro. Great to hear from Marcos Correa taking a big win.
Able to get some lift through the lip, go top to bottom, and tough to do in challenging conditions. And right there, showcases that he's able to do it. This is going to be a big event. If he can get through a couple rounds here.
San Clemente locals like K surf it so well, but I think it prepares them for heats when they're on the wrong side of the tide or when surf can go gutless. You learn how to get your speed on nothing and also perform above the lip. So it's great to see where K's come from and putting together great heats so far. This is Carlos again, hugging these lefts into the pier. And he'll sneak in a final turn before the pilings. His way before was a 6.07. Now he's trying to get rid of a 4.67.
Well, it's showcasing the surfing, right? It's not about the strategies. It's not about, you know, who can play the game. It's more about who can surf the best. And I think that that's also good for the fans. As we watch the replay here of the last one, Munoz, and I do truly believe after watching this replay that he's going to improve on that 4.67. You know, is utilizing the speed and putting the board in the right space at the right time, and that really showcases that power.
Two surfers riding Callinan out of there in blue, stepping off his K.Kobayashi. It's kind of the feel-good moment for the entire tour. Even he beat Julian Wilson, and Wilson was just referenced that William was going through a very special moment in his surfing life. Hot off this left again is Carlos Munoz. He's picking similar looking lefts in size and still belting the lip.
Oh, Hako Beach all over. But, you know, it's also probably the biggest focal point in the region. You know, a lot of great surf in that area. And so obviously great training ground, but he also has a bunch of good surfers that hang out, plus a bunch of traveling surfers that come into that area as well.
As we see that last little left, are you thinking this is a throwaway score? And here comes the Panda. Two big moves out the back into a little double up to hit the whitewater section. And that's a turnaround wave for Cardoso at about the halfway mark. Best wave so far. And numbers reflecting that now, Pete. Munoz improves to a 5.63. Here's the Panda.
And the Panda, you know, nice rhythm there. We've seen it on the backhand, and he also can showcase it on the forehand. Had great opportunity. Just that little stickiness might have hindered the score for Ryan.
Munoz, so active, picks off yet another left.
On his last, which did go into his top 2, 5.63, so you have to do a comparison there.
Having a look at the left, R.Callinan. Big snap, open face carve, and now head over to the north end.
Do the maneuver, be a slight effect. But look at the scoring potential there. The first snap is nice, really setting it up, and then this one really would have been nice, but the nose dug ever so slightly and hung him up just a bit, but I think it will still go into his top 2, considering that he's holding on to a 3.47.
So it's always been one of his favorite events that he looks forward to. Looks like Ryan's found himself a speedy little left. He's got the ramp, big whip on the rotation.
Nice.
He's with Munoz. He's wearing the white jersey, not interested. This is W.Cardoso. The Panda, running out of room, has to step off.
It's an interesting positioning in the lineup, and where, that one, he was a little bit too close to the pier.
The nicest guys you'll ever meet. Hey, he's taking on Mark Lackamar, Stu Kennedy, and K.Kobayashi Singh coming up next. Waves on the way. K.Kobayashi getting a backside snap, and he goes down.
Very compact next to the pier, because that is the best scoring opportunity.
So priority stays with Munoz, hitting the 5-minute mark. Cardoso just up and out once again.
Getting it away, and you get in the way, and then all of a sudden you're out.
Well, R.Callinan making a move on the left. Little speed turn through the whitewater. Front side wrapping, cut back, and taps the end section shut.
Wow. I mean, that was, I think, a very important move by R.Callinan to get that wave, because I feel like even he'll see an improvement.
10 seconds on the clock, looking for opportunities for Carlos Munoz and W.Cardoso. They're going to run out of time. W.Cardoso, the CT rookie on tour, out of the contest. Carlos Munoz also sitting in the 4th spot as the boys talk it over. So William talking to the young Grom K.Kobayashi at the end of the heat. K taking out a pretty solid win